with Professor Bashiru Olamilekan by President Tinubu, the message read, which had no attribution. I beg your pardon. Minister of Steel Development, Prince Shuaibu Audu, has revealed that the government is on the verge of initiating a comprehensive technical and financial audit of the Ajaokuta Steel Complex and other key equipment owned by the company. He says this audit process is to allow for private investments from potential suitors as directed by President Bola Tinubu. Audu states the hint when he received Audu stated the hint when he received the newly appointed Managing Director of the Ajaokuta Steel Company Limited, Professor Nasir Naim Abdulsalam, and presented him with his appointment letter following the handover by the former acting sole administrator, Kanwai Joseph, to the new leadership. You're watching the live broadcast of the News Express. When News Express returns, Trump's tariffs threaten 35,000 jobs in South Africa's citrus export industry. Details coming shortly after the break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. If you've just joined us, this is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of the News Express. In business, the United States Trade Representative criticized Nigeria's import ban on 25 categories of goods, claiming that the restrictions limit market access for American exporters. This came shortly after President Donald Trump introduced tariffs on goods entering the U.S., with Nigeria facing a 14% duty. The USTR highlighted the impact of Nigeria's import ban on various sectors, particularly agriculture, pharmaceuticals, beverages, and consumer goods. The Naira depreciated to 1,629 Naira per dollar in the Nigerian foreign exchange market. Data published by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, showed that the indicative exchange rate for the Naira rose to 1,629 Naira per dollar from 1,600 Naira per dollar last week, Friday, indicating 29 Naira depreciation for the Naira. Likewise, the Naira depreciated to 1,570 Naira per dollar in the parallel market from 1,565 Naira per dollar last weekend. Consequently, the margin between the parallel market and the Nigerian foreign exchange market rate widened to 59 Naira per dollar from 35 Naira per dollar last weekend. The global crash in crude oil prices has put Nigeria's 2025 budget under more threat, even as fuel marketers await a possible reduction in the prices of petroleum products. According to experts who spoke with correspondents, the crude oil crash occasioned by the tariffs imposed on countries by United States President Donald Trump has both positive and negative impact on the Nigerian economy. While the federal government will be counting losses due to its inability to make enough revenue from crude oil, the masses will enjoy cheaper fuel at the pumps. On the foreign scene, an official says heavy downpour in the Democratic Republic of Congo's capital, Kinshasa, has killed around 30 people while wreaking havoc across the Central African mega city. After the rain poured down overnight from Friday to Saturday, rising waters devastated several outlying and impoverished suburbs of the metropolis of some 17 million people, with some residents forced to navigate the streets by canoe. President Felix Tshisekedi has visited the victims in a gymnasium in Kinshasa. The victims reportedly either drowned or were killed when the walls of their homes collapsed. Shuttered storefront line, empty streets in East Jerusalem and the West Bank as Palestinians hold a general strike demanding an end to Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. Shops, schools, and most public administrative offices are closed across the West Bank. A coalition of Palestinian political movements, including rivals Fatah and Hamas, called the strike to protest what they described as a genocide. In East Jerusalem, the usually bustling commercial Saladin Street is also empty. Iran says it would hold talks with the United States over its nuclear program, confirming an earlier announcement by President Donald Trump. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi wrote on social media late that indirect talks would take place on Saturday. Iranian state media later reported that Araghchi would meet the U.S. envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, with Oman acting as a mediator. In sports, Atlanta coach Gianpiero Gasperini has admitted that he mistakenly told the FOT officials to take off Ademola Lookman instead of Edison in their 1-0 loss to Lazio on Sunday. Lazio lost their 7th game of the Serie A season when they fell to Lazio at the Jewish Stadium. The reigning UEFA Europa League's Kings played well for most of the encounter, but Gusev Isaken's goal from Fisayo Dele Bashiru assist was just enough to seal the win for Lazio. Lookman has been a consistent performer for Atlanta this season, but he failed to produce the goods for his club against Lazio in his 74 minutes of action. When he was subbed off, he seemed visibly angry. Napoli and Manchester United are in advanced talks over the potential transfer of Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen, with the Italian club reportedly ready to offer the Red Devils a discount on the player's release clause. According to Martino, Napoli director Giovanni Mane has flown to London to discuss the sale of the 26-year-old with United officials, potentially offering them a reduced fee that would take another of his major suitors in Juventus out of the race. The Super Eagles striker, currently on loan at Turkish giants Galatasaray, is expected to leave Napoli permanently this summer after previously failing to secure moves to Saudi Arabia and Chelsea last year. The Toronto Blue Jays and Vladimir Guerrero have agreed to a 14-year, $500 million contract extension, multiple media outlets have reported. The deal reportedly includes no deferred money, making it the second most valuable contract in present value in the majors, surpassed by only Juan Soto's 15-year, $765 million deal reached in December. As we end the Global News Express, here's a recap of our top stories. The senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has filed a 5 billion naira suit against her colleague, Senator Onyekachi Ebonyi, who represents the Ebonyi North Central Senatorial District, over alleged defamation. In business, the United States Trade Representative have criticized Nigeria's import ban on 25 categories of goods, claiming that the restrictions limit market access for American exporters. On the foreign scene, Iran says it will hold talks with the United States over its nuclear program, confirming an earlier announcement by President Donald Trump. And in sports, Atlanta coach Gianpiero Gasperini has admitted that he mistakenly told the FOT official to take off Ademola Lookman instead of Edison in their 1-0 loss to Lazio on Sunday. And that's it on Global TV's News Express. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365, on StarTimes channel 276, and free-to-air on NightKimSat. Kindly follow Global TV across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. You can also download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. I am Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching and see you again.